Murder.
Chalk outlines.
DNA tests.
Blood.
Anonymous tip.
Beheadings and disembowelments.
Fingerprints.
The yellow tape that they have on crime scenes.
Witness statements.
Stakeouts with my cop friend and we drink coffee. UV lights that they can see on. 5 minutes.
Well, g'day there, podcaster. This is going to be a true crime podcast explained by Belle in about 5 minutes.
Look, there's saturation in the market with true crime, but we do it differently here, okay? We do it in about 5 minutes.
The one I want to focus on today is actually the true story behind the Netflix series that came out in 2022. Don't know if you saw it. It was like a little mini limited series. It was called The Watcher.
I am the Watcher. Your house is my obsession, and now you are too. Give the house what it wants. Young blood.
It came out, like I said, 2022. It had Jennifer Coolidge and Naomi Watts in it. Did you watch it?
Is Henry Cavill in it?
Possibly.
That's The Witcher.
Why wouldn't
It's
you?
The Witcher.
Oh, The Witcher. Yeah.
The Witcher, not The Watcher. This is The Watcher.
I was like, why would you drop those names, which are great names, but then you wouldn't mention Henry?
I think The Witcher is, is he a vampire slayer? I've never actually seen it.
I could go
I don't
into
know, but this is in
the
my 5
lore of
minutes,
Witcher,
so-
but yeah,
What
Okay.
is he a witch hunter?
he's a witch hunter, but he also hunts monsters.
Okay, so he's a little bit like Van Helsing, but
Yep.
he focuses more on the witch.
Yep, and then he's not the Witcher anymore.
He's not?
No.
Oh, right.
They
Okay.
recast it. They got Liam Hemsworth.
The clock is
Actual-
ticking.
Yeah. Sorry, Belle. We'll
Interesting.
give you another 30 seconds
So
at the end.
yeah,
Thank
well, you can
you.
have bonus time. Just quickly, so Liam Hemsworth, did he take the role from Henry Cavill, or did Henry Cavill step down to build more computers and have time
Correct.
for gaming and
He loves the video game The Witcher, which is what the TV show's based on.
so then he was like, I want to be in it because I
Yep.
love it so much.
Yep, and
because
he did-
he's Superman, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He then
Yeah.
did 3 seasons, and then after the 3rd season, he said, I've had enough.
Yeah.
They wanted to continue doing it,
Yep.
so they cast Liam Hemsworth as... So from season 4, it's the same character, same story,
Oh, that's
just
weird.
different guy playing him.
It's so weird when that happens, huh?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Belle, you'd be given an extra 40 seconds.
I'll need more than that, but yes, thank you.
Well,
I'd like an
you've just
extra
been
minute.
docked a 5-second penalty.
For arguing.
That is 35 seconds now.
The Watcher was based on the true story out of New Jersey. It happened between, 2014 to 2016-ish. So it's actually only just a few years ago. And it focuses on the Broadest family, which the parents are Maria and Derek. And they moved into a house at 657 Boulevard. They also brought their 2 children with them. They paid like 1-point-something million for the house. It's a beautiful, big,
That's
old
American
house.
too, yeah.
Yes. I think it was built in 1901 or turn of the century kind of time. But as soon as they moved in, they started receiving letters. And bless you, Ben.
Thank you.
And the letters were being delivered to the house in their mailbox, like a few a week. Then it turned to like every few days, and they received letter after letter after letter. And these letters were handwritten, addressed to Derek and his wench of a wife, Maria. And it called them and their children by their names. It said that it was watching them and that it knew like the nicknames of the children. It knew what their weekend plans were. It knew everything that they were doing. I want to read a little bit of like the first letter that they received. So this was
what year was this?
This was 2014.
So you'd think you'd just put a ring doorbell on.
Straight
you know?
away, camera on that doorbell, on the letterbox.
100%.
So you can see the person putting it
Brother,
in there.
even if you got to put an eye toy with some tape, better than nothing. Like,
Oh.
you could definitely have got a camera.
I thought fair enough if it's the 90s, but 2014?
Well, it was being
Yeah.
posted though.
Unless... Oh, right.
But they're not
I thought
coming.
it was a letter
no,
drop.
no, no, no,
Thought it was a
no,
letter
no,
drop.
no. But I think
Yeah, now I get you.
from what I looked up, they did put everything. They had like cameras on the house and everything. They did all that, and they did like fingerprint reading on the letters.
Right,
And they couldn't
okay.
get anything
Yep,
from it. This
yep.
person knew what they were
They're
doing.
wearing gloves.
And I'll read a bit
I
of
have
the
a theory,
first-
by the way.
Okay, you can hold the theory.
Okay.
Okay, see if it holds up. The first letter read, "How did you end up here? Did 657 Boulevard call to you with its force within? My grandfather watched the house in the 20s, my father watched the house in the 60s, and now it is my time. Do you know the history of the house? Do you know what lies within the walls of 657 Boulevard? Why are you here? I will find out. Who am I? There are hundreds and hundreds of cars that drive by 657 Boulevard every day. Maybe I'm in one. Look out all the windows you can see from 657 Boulevard. Maybe I'm in one. Let the party begin. The Watcher.
Jeez, that's scary as.
Yep.
That sucks as well. You've just bought this place, big dream house. You're like, literally after one letter like that, I'd be like, we got to move. We got to move.
Well, they'd invested so much money already because they were actually making renovations to the house. So they started renovating and knocking things down, and the letters got really, really angry about that and said that the house was screaming and it was in pain.
Also, just quickly, if you want to lowball someone and get a good price on a house, this is a great technique to use.
Right.
Just watch them.
Okay, so then the finger started getting pointed at Maria and Derek, saying, you bought a house, you're in too much debt, it was too big a mortgage.
That scared Ben for once. It scared Ben.
35-second bonus.
Thank you. So then fingers are pointed at them saying, you've tried to find a way of getting out of this. So you've set up this whole elaborate plan to send letters to yourself because they were fingerprinting all the neighbours and the family. They couldn't get a match.
The cops were, they were properly,
So what the Broadest family ended up doing was they made like a house party at their house, like a big party and gathering for the street to then try and suss everyone out and see which of the neighbours was a little bit sus or said anything.
Yeah.
And as you heard in the audio grab earlier, the words young blood, that is actually something that was written in one of the letters. Okay, I'm still going to keep going. Do you want to find out who it is or not?
No, I actually so do.
It's not a two-parter. It's not a two-parter.
Okay.
We're almost at the end.
Okay, yeah. Look, we rarely do this, but you will be given an amnesty, and you can talk for as long as you want.
Another letter, little excerpt from another letter, said, all of the windows and doors in 657 Boulevard allow me to watch you and track you as you move through the house. Have you found all of the secrets it holds yet? Will the young blood play in the basement, or are they too afraid to go down there alone? A lot of the other letters were also referencing this young blood, saying thank you for giving the house young blood, and they were fixated on that saying as well.
That term, yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, the family held parties. They tried to suss everyone out. They were going to everyone else's houses. The police were at a dead end. They just said, look, maybe it's you. They tried to put the house back on the market. No one would buy it because it then made the news. And then they actually rented it out, and some people moved in and rented the house from them for a few years, and then they were like, nah, we can't do this either.
So they were getting the same.
Yeah, but it was still, the letters were still being addressed to the Broadests, so that was a bit weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you want to know?
I think I know.
You think? Okay, what's your theory?
My theory was it was just the dad. I was basing that off nothing, but I just thought it was the dad doing it.
Why would the dad be doing it?
Well, maybe Belle, what she was saying, the finger was pointed at them. He was like, maybe he just wanted to like cash out of the place. I don't know. It's like a weird, or maybe it's just like a weirdo and he's trying to scare the wife or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, to this day, it is unsolved.
Oh, come on,
Get
dude. That
Yeah.
sucks.
No.
Get out.
Unhappy with
Yeah,
that.
not a two-parter,
You
eh?
were given an amnesty. This podcast has blasted over the 8-minute mark.
That's so annoying because I thought we were going to get an answer.
Oh,
That's
that's
sorry.
that actually sucks.
Oh, tell me about it. I was annoyed too.
Can we not do ones without an answer? Is that a rule we can have?
Do you want to put that rule in place?
I don't know. I mean, that was so interesting. That's so annoying. I
I
like
think
that.
the thing that made it worse was that you made us believe there was an ending.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And I also, I'm glad I found out in 5 minutes. Like, if I watched that freaking series and it went for like a couple of seasons on Netflix or whatever, and then they're like, and we don't know, I'd be so angry.
Yeah. It's still a good series.
Did you ever watch The Jinx, by the way?
Oh, no, I still haven't.
I cannot get my head around the fact that you have not seen The Jinx. It's literally the greatest true crime
I
thing
didn't
ever.
have binge for a while, and now I've gotten it back, so I'll watch it back.
Yeah.
So 2014, they were in there for a few years. They moved out. Someone's renting. What's going on with the house now?
So they sold it in 2019
They did.
for a loss of $400,000. They lost, and then the letters have stopped.
Jeez, that's
So
someone
do
in
with
there-
that
someone-
what you
is
will.
someone in there?
Yeah.
Imagine if it was that person.
Well, there was another theory that it was one of the real estate agents who was selling the house. Her brother lived in the house years prior, and she wanted to buy the house, so they thought it was her for a while, being like, nah, screw you guys, I wanted that house and I lost it. So then she was sending the letters, so...
Oh, I just want to know so bad.
yeah.
It's such a weird thing. I wonder, yeah.
And all the behaviour of the neighbours around is very intriguing as well.
Have you seen the show? Like the
Yeah, I did. I remember I watched it when it came out, yeah. And then I started looking it up afterwards.
The Watcher.
But this is, and it's funny that you say, it's funny you say that you hate things without an ending, because there's like full podcast and true crime streams that all the stories are specifically unsolved ones. And I find that so frustrating. I couldn't do that.
That's a pain in the
So you
ass.
know what? I agree. I won't do another one again that doesn't have an answer for you.
Lovely. Thank you. Appreciate
All right.
that.
See you in the next one.
And that's it!
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Belle.